What's up, baby dolls? Thanks for tuning in to the Look What We Found podcast. My name is Daniel, and I'm here with
Louis,
Chris,
and welcome to the show.
welcome,
Let's go straight into it.
dude.
Yeah.
On the way over here,
Oh, here we go. Mm-hmm.
November just started.
Today.
Today, I saw a fucking Christmas tree on the top of a car.
Oh, get used to it.
Wow.
A Christmas tree,
A real Christmas tree?
a real Christmas tree on the top of a real car with a real driver.
Yeah.
And I thought it's way too fucking early. That tree's gonna die, right?
Okay,
I think
so
it's going to die because they last like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
For me, they do. And I water 'em.
We're 2 months out technically, right?
Yeah, about
Yeah,
2
pretty
months
much.
out. I would say 7 weeks out.
And we've talked about this before, but you guys are real tree guys, right?
I'm a real tree guy.
Me too. Yeah.
I prefer a real tree, though Daddy's been using plastic ones lately.
Has Daddy been using plastic trees?
That's what Mommy has. That's what Daddy used.
Do you feel like Mommy's soul has been crushed as a child or something to get a plastic tree? Or do you think that she was hurt? Or, I just don't understand. I mean, I understand the plastic tree.
Yeah.
I think it's good for
I
the
don't.
environment, but I would never do it. I just don't fucking get it.
It's lifeless.
Yeah, it's a lifeless tree. It's fake. It's like putting fucking AstroTurf on the front of your lawn when you can afford fucking grass.
Right.
If she was hurt, I don't know, but I will say that her birthday is December 24th.
Okay.
So
Also,
is
that's
there
where-
some resentment that
that's
she
where
has
the
to
pain-
share it
So
with
you think
Jesus?
that
That's where the pain comes from.
Maybe.
Christmas took so much from her that she takes a little bit of Christmas away for herself.
Perhaps. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing because sometimes I remember before I had Mommy.
It's a bad thing.
It's a bad thing.
We've
We've
established it's not good.
I don't know. I was just like, oh, maybe I'll be doing the trees a favor by not getting one chopped up, at least from my account.
Sure.
But that's kind of silly sometimes. I think to think that way. I was like, just get a
Because
fucking
that
real
tree is because that tree is chopped either way, right?
The tree is chopped.
Correct.
Of course, it's like anything where if everyone didn't buy one, no one would get one.
Sure,
and
sure.
that's true, but it's probably not going to happen.
Yeah.
But we can agree it's way too fucking early for a real tree to be on the top of a car November 1st.
I think it's way too early to buy a tree.
When
Now,
do you guys make your move?
to buy a tree,
Yeah.
I would say December 1st is a good move.
Right at the beginning. of
And
December.
even then, for me, it's pretty much dying by the time Christmas comes around.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But if you wait too long, you get those shitty trees, right?
Yeah. Now, what about holiday decorations? Do you guys decorate for the holidays in your house and stuff like that? And,
Yes.
and do you
Yes.
think it's too early now?
For which one?
Well, I mean, is there really Thanksgiving decorations?
Yes.
Or is
Yes,
it-
there is.
Is there's like a cornucopia?
Yeah, turkeys, everything. I don't know other states,
Uh-huh.
but in California and specifically in SoCal, every holiday has a fucking blow up balloon with a light in it now.
Yeah.
Have you noticed? Every
course.
holiday now there's all kinds of Halloween decorations that are those little fucking blow up balloon things with the
Mhm.
light in the middle.
Yeah.
There's that for turkeys and like you said,
I have a
cornucopias.
Santa.
There's Santas. Everything's like I don't know if you guys think it's like that everywhere in the country.
I think
Those things they're kind of cool, but I don't think they're necessary for every holiday like we have here.
I think that yes, I think that it's like that in the whole country. I don't think it's like that in the world. I
No.
think that the
Mm.
United States sensationalizes holidays and even more and more and more as time goes on.
Mm-hmm.
As it just seems like that kind of bullshit junk is so much more accessible,
Yeah.
customizable.
Mhm.
You can get a snowman that says, Jasmine hates Christmas on the front or
Right.
whatever you want,
She doesn't hate Christmas.
hates
I love
nature.
fake plastic
I
trees.
love sniffing
Ah.
fake plastic.
Yeah. Mm.
Did you guys deck out your house for Halloween? Did you pass out candy? How about that?
Man, we did pass out candy.
Me too. And did you pass out a lot of candy?
Dude, it was like the kids didn't stop.
Really?
It was a fucking non-stop
Oh shit.
locomotive train coming straight into Monrovia. I'm
Yeah.
looking out the window. I see fucking vans pulling up, 10 kids jumping out, suiting up right on the sidewalk.
Oh.
Yeah.
Boom, they start hitting the streets. They come in like 10, 20,
Oh, really?
And
You felt like In and Out.
yeah, it was like in and out on
Yeah.
like a Wednesday at 11 a.m.
Yeah.
It was
He's like,
man,
babe, you're going to have to go outside by the driveway and start taking orders from back there.
Yeah,
It was so Mariano's kids were here and
Oh, cool.
they were passing out the candy for us. And
Oh, well, that's nice.
yeah, I was like, fucking awesome, you know?
Yeah.
So they're like giving like 3 or 4 at the beginning because we have a whole ass thing of it.
And then you guys have what you feel is an infinite amount of candy to hand out.
Especially for a kid. They're like, this will never run out. And I was like, hey, I know it seems like a lot, but I'm telling you, the kids don't stop out here, man.
Yeah.
So they blow through the candy in like an hour and a half.
Oh, shit.
And they're like, I'm like, all right, well, let's go trick-or-treating to replenish the stock, and then we'll just give it right back out to the community. Right. So, yeah, we did. And even after we ran out the second time, they were still coming, man.
Oh, shit.
Nonstop.
Yeah, I passed out,
pretty
but
fun.
For me, there wasn't a whole lot of traffic of kids. And so, after I realized, I'm going to have a bunch of fucking candy left over, I just started, pouring doubles to all of them.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
those are the best houses.
But there was nothing, and my dream is I wish I lived in a community where it was like just a bunch of kids or even people trick-or-treating, and I want to build a maze and scare people and just like, give them like a good amount of candy if you make it through the maze to make it worth their while, but it's just not happening.
If you don't make it through the maze, they don't get candy.
I mean, not a lot of candy.
One of the kids was dressed as like an army girl, and she was like hiding in the bushes, and you really couldn't see her,
that's
right?
Cool.
And so she was starting to scare the kids, but you don't realize how little these kids are, and a lot of them can't handle it.
It's too easy.
It's like, oh, don't scare that one. Don't scare that one. Yeah, that one's gonna fucking cry. But I do want to make a little maze next year for here in the front of the
You have
garage.
a good little alleyway here.
Yeah, that's fun, man.
So can I tell you guys, it was my first year of getting candy to pass out just in case anybody came.
Go?
I got one little Spider-Man that came
all
night.
That's
it. And we knew because like in my street doesn't really pass out candy, so there's not a lot of kids. In the past, we've only had like 2 or 3 come and knock.
Yeah.
And so what we did is we made goodie bags, like little plastic bags with like coloring books and like 4 or 5 candies, sticker packs, because we knew we weren't gonna have a lot of kids. And even then, I got one little lonely Spider-Man that came in. And I almost missed him because my dog scared him away because he knocked. My dog started barking. And then when I opened the door, he was already over there. And he ran back. And then he put his little pumpkin. And the bag was too big to fit in. And I'm like, here. And then he was just like, he looked at me like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
And I was like, no, there's good shit in there.
It's a scholarship to Pomona University.
Yeah.
Chris is giving out scholarships.
And then he was just like, thank you. And then he took off. I had one.
He's like Michael Scott in The Office when it's scholarships.
Do you think that they didn't come up to your house because it was so neat in the front yard that maybe they didn't want to mess up the grass or track dirt onto the driveway?
Well, let me tell you, a little fucker walked on the grass when he left, and I was a little worked up.
Shift back. I'm taking back your scholarship.
You just lost your scholarship.
But yeah, that was it, man.
Now, did you promote the fact that you were passing out?
I mean, there's a few decorations in the front.
Yeah.
But again, it wasn't. My street's not really known for that in the past. Yeah. But I did notice there was more decorations. There was more people were in the Halloween spirit this year than past 2 years, which makes sense. But I did notice a little bit of a difference, I thought.
Yeah.
With the decorations and even the kids trick or treating, there was more of them.
Yeah, I put lights with the projector that would have shapes of like ghosts, pumpkins, and spider webs, and just to try to get more traffic because we bought all these fucking candies. And you guys want a bag of candy each?
I found this story. I don't know if you guys heard about it. It's like fresh like today, right? So the headline reads, and it's basically a co-founder of some sort of cryptocurrency. I don't know, some cryptocurrency person, right? It's called MakerDAO. A co-founder found dead after tweets of sex trafficking by the C.I.A. Now, so basically this guy...
So he was getting blamed for maybe being involved in some sort of sex trafficking?
No, he wasn't. He discovered something. So we don't know much about this guy, or I don't. And he tweets this out, okay? CIA and Mossad, I don't know who that is, and Pedo Elite are running some kind of sex trafficking, entrapment, blackmail ring out of Puerto Rico and Caribbean islands. They're going to frame me with a laptop planted by my ex-girlfriend who was a spy. They will torture me to death.
Oh,
He tweets that on October 28th, 2022 at 1:57 a.m. and then he's found dead 2 days later. According to the police, it says it was
Suicide.
due to drowning.
Oh shit!
So
it's real, man.
So it's a real thing, or it's a crazy coincidence. So, would you guys think that type of shit really happens?
Oh yeah.
Oh, come on.
Oh,
and do you think that the CIA is really involved in sex trafficking?
I think there might be.
Careful now.
You made me stop, dude. No, I think they might be involved in following orders from people that might be involved in it. In other words, politicians.
Right.
Right? Not necessarily. Here's what I'm saying.
You don't think that they're
I don't think that
doing
the
themselves.
CIA.
Yes, the CIA. They're all pedophiles.
Yeah.
No, I don't think they partake in it.
It's part of the curriculum. It's part of the requirements. You like kids? No, then you can't work here.
CIA stands for children in the ass. If you guys didn't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't get scared.
I'm not scared. It was just made me feel weird.
Well, you should be scared.
Of course, they're not acting on their own. Like, hey, what should we do today? We're the CIA. Of course, they're following some sort of
they're not the Catholic Church.
So if the CIA is not doing it themselves, then you would be led to believe that the higher ups in the American government are responsible for some sort of sex trafficking. Is that what you're saying?
That's what I'm saying. Yes.
I wonder what the benefit is. Is it just tons of money? Like how would the government benefit from sex trafficking or participating in it in the Puerto Rico or the Caribbean
Well, I don't
islands?
think they benefit from it. I think they benefit from keeping it hush hush. And I think the politicians partake because it probably fucking feels good to them.
Oh, okay. So
I think they get fat paychecks from whoever runs it, right?
Okay, I got you.
So people that make a lot of money off of it probably cut them a piece.
People that run the country?
Oh, okay. So we're the cartel or whatever.
Yeah, here
we're paying.
Yeah,
Biden's like, come on, man.
Yeah,
I want to fuck some bitch.
Yeah.
And then they're like, okay.
Yeah.
Just let us do this thing, and they're paying him out, and then the CIA is covering it up.
Exactly.
Yeah, or even still, like it could be politicians along with people that fund their campaigns, people with billions and billions of dollars, people with a lot of power that need to keep that shit hush hush.
Right.
Because I think there's an illusion of like people in office running the country. I don't think so.
For sure.
It's whoever you borrowed money from.
Whoever gave you money while you're campaigning, whoever bought you the fucking seat of the president of the United States, right, which is not fucking free, then you owe that back to them.
Yeah,
right?
And if one of them happens to be a pedophile that likes fucking little kids, they're going to give them $25 million for you to just turn a blind eye.
Yeah, that's. I think that's exactly the way it works. You know?
And then when they feel that their lives are in jeopardy or for this being exposed, they make a phone call to those higher ups that they got in office and go like, "Hey, this fucking cryptocurrency guy just tweeted this shit. Are you gonna keep him quiet or are we not gonna give you 25 million?"
You know what? I think a really good example of the way that shit works is Ozark. Have you ever seen Ozark?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I feel like it's just like that.
Yeah, it
you
does
know,
feel
like
that.
all of a sudden they're these drug dealers. They have a legit business, like they have like a casino, but everyone knows they're fucking dirty, you know, and they give them some money and then you owe them a favor, stuff.
Yeah.
like
What
that.
was that? The thing that always comes to mind is that there was I may be misremembering, Louis, but it was a Robin Williams movie where he was like president or something like that. Long story short, there's a scene in a movie where it's stuck. I don't even remember the title of the movie, who was in it, but I remember the scene vividly where they commit like a murder. They hire, they call some assassins, killers. I don't know what you would call these people.
Yeah.
They show up and they basically what they do is like they knock the person out. And then I remember they lay them out all nice, like take the shoes off, kind of like they were laying down. And I remember they inject something in between their toes. And that's how the person ends up dying. And it looks like, a completely innocent death.
Right. Yeah,
and things like that. That's what always comes to mind. Like, I was just like, oh, I never thought about, like, I just remember them spreading the toes and putting the lethal injection in between the toes.
Right.
And that's what did the person in. And
Seems
I was
like it'd be a hard place to inject them.
Yeah, right. But
Yeah.
and then but it seems clean too. I don't imagine a lot of people are checking in between the toes for fucking track marks.
Right,
Well,
exactly.
dude, I seen one time I was watching something in the History Channel, and in Russia is next level shit. One guy got killed as he was walking. A political figure got killed as he was walking across a bridge or something like that, and then the person that passed him by kind of just poked him with his my God.
With a poker.
Well, he had an umbrella, and the umbrella had a little needle at the end of it, and
shit,
it
like
just
the
poisoned
Kingsman.
him.
Oh, like the penguin.
Yeah, and yeah, like the penguin. And a one that was more impressive was one that they gifted him a book that he liked, and they knew that he would lick his fingers to turn the page.
Oh.
So they poisoned the pages at the bottom, and the guy died.
Damn, I feel like the ones that are really good at it too are the North Koreans.
Oh yeah.
Good at poisoning and
No,
killing people?
okay. So did you hear about the story where I think he it was like there was a power struggle, and I think one of the Kims killed his whoever is in power. Whoever's in power now.
Yeah.
It was his I think it was his cousin. And what he did was he got some girls and made it seem like it was a game show, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there was cameras. It was in front of everybody. It was supposed to be like a game show. And essentially it was they had that like the flour with the water, and then you squirt them, and then everybody laughs, right? So the girl's like, okay, you're going to go. They're like, okay, you're going to go get him, and then go up to him, whatever, and then squirt him in the face. So long story short, she gets him, but it was poison. It wasn't water. So he dies like, because she sprays him with something really, really deadly.
Yeah.
And he ends up dying. The girls didn't even know that they were being a part. It's like, so nobody
You never
told
heard about
them.
this?
No.
Nobody told them that they were going to assassinate somebody. So she
Holy
went and
shit.
squirted him and killed the motherfucker. And then everybody was just like, oh shit, what happened? Like everyone's like, whoa, I don't know, how did that happen? And the girl was like, devastated. And I was just like, wow, man,
Isn't
that's so
ridiculous?
elaborate.
But is it really that elaborate? Because it's like, that's what they did. Because when you're a kid, you like
Yeah, yeah.
buy one of the squirty flower things.
Yeah.
And that's their fucking elaborate
That
plan
was-
is they got one of those things out of the catalog in the back, and they're like, squeak, squeak.
I mean,
If they kill me that way, I'd be so bummed.
Dude, you know what it reminds me of? Did you guys ever have those toy cameras? They look like a little camera. And
with the little pictures?
yeah, and you could fill it with water, and you could turn this little thing on the top that was basically the end of where the water would come out.
Uh-huh.
And so if someone was standing next to you, you turn the camera like this, and you go, chink, and the water would spray him in the side. That's like what that is.
Yeah, that's exactly what I only meant it was elaborate because does that man have to go this fucking one of the crazy dictators we have left in this country? Does he have to go that far can he just grab that guy and in
Make him
secret?
disappear?
Yeah, it seems like it feels like he went out of his way to create a game show, to get hot chicks, to do it on camera.
Yeah.
To then pretend like, well, I don't know, that was weird. It was weird how he died with that flower thing, huh?
I thought it was
doesn't-
an insult, right? To add insult to injury.
Yeah,
because I
probably.
was just thinking, I would be so bummed out if that's how I died.
Really?
Don't you
Over
want
one of
to
these?
get away with it, right? Like it just seems like the book thing, or it seems like there's better way to take people down nowadays.
Yeah.
You set them up. You run a smear campaign. You know what I mean? You make them kill themselves, something like that. But you don't poison the edge of the book pages.
Yeah.
Because it leads right back to the person that gave him the fucking book.
Well,
Yeah.
it's just delivered.
Oh.
Still, even then, nothing is just fucking delivered, It comes from a person that,
This
there's-
was like in the 80s. From what I remember when I watched I saw this a long time ago. I just remember thinking, oh, that shit's cool. Like they got him that way.
maybe in the 80s it would have worked.
You have something, Chris?
I do. Chess player insists that he didn't use a sex toy to defeat world champion.
Okay.
Well, I need.
What are your
evidence.
guesses on how a sex toy can be used to defeat a grandmaster chess player?
He said he didn't use a
He's-
sex toy to beat the grandmaster.
So
the
he-
grandmaster is accusing him of using
It's
a
actually
sex toy.
it's actually other people.
other
Oh.
people. Are
Other
accusing
people
him.
that watch the match, they're accusing him. So he's a young kid. Grandmaster's 31 years old.
Okay.
Seems unbeatable. Young kid beats him. Rumor starts to spark up. How the fuck did he do it? There's no way this kid should have beat him, right? So
Okay.
Then
Okay,
they came up. Okay.
You go
All
first.
right. So the 31-year-old grandmaster is getting ready to play his chess tournament. Little does he know, Louis was in his dressing room before.
Right.
Gives him one of those vibrating panty things.
Oh.
The guy
I was
puts on
thinking-
vibrating underwear.
Uh-huh.
Kid fucking vibrates his dick while he's playing. Distracts him.
him. Okay.
Okay, I was thinking.
You're kind of hot. You're
I was-
really warm. I'll say
That's
that.
you're close to what I'm thinking.
Okay.
So I was thinking he put on those panties too, right?
Oh, he put him on.
The player,
The player, the young kid,
The-
the young guy.
the one being accused, yes, the young guy. And there's somebody, or if not multiple people watching, because when those games go on, and I know because I watch the Queen's Gambit, you fucks, you can watch as the game is taking place, and you can maybe signal, like, move this one with, like, turning it on and off and on and off, like a Morse code type of thing, but in your pants.
Oh,
and he
shit.
has a team of players, or maybe just one other player, helping him with his moves, dude.
Is that it?
No, if you guys combine like Voltron, you guys have it.
Oh, well, that's what you're here for.
So they're accusing him of using anal beads.
Oh.
And doing that, Louis.
Oh, shit.
So so essentially he has anal beads that will vibrate, right? And they're running the game through an AI that would tell him the best move.
Even better.
Fucking
And
AI.
via vibrations in his ass.
Wow.
They called it teenage
In his ass.
In his ass.
How did he find out when he was like, check, mate?
Boom.
It says a teenage chess player who was managed to beat the world champion last week is now denying his incredible win was a result of a cheating with the help of sex toy. 19-year-old Hans Niemann pulled off a major upset by defeating Norwegian Grandmaster Magnus Carlsen, 31, at the Cinquefield Cup in St. Louis. And the win prompted some bizarre theories in the chess world. A rumor circulated on social media and unsupported by concrete evidence suggests that Niemann was tipping to a computer program through a prostate massager or a wireless anal beads that could secretly communicate winning moves to him. That's pretty much the essence of the story, guys. There's a quote by the guy here that says, if they want, they could strip me fully naked. I will do it. And that's what Niemann said. But it's like, dude, if they're in your ass, stripping you naked isn't going to show us.
Magnus is supposed to be one of the best ever, if not the best ever.
Okay, well, whatever, dude.
So my point is maybe that, because I was going to ask, how do you go from this person losing to, this person had anal beads, and that's how, the only way you could have won.
Okay.
How did the people come to that
up?
conclusion? Did they? I mean,
it doesn't specify. It sounds like it was just I think it was a. He's fidgeting in his. He's fidgeting in his seat.
I start playing with his nipples.
There must.
And just like,
He's calm. And then when it's his turn, suddenly he starts fidgeting and he makes the perfect move each time. He's like,
what the
shit,
fuck?
So you seem to be up on the chess world, Louis. So is it?
I don't know.
Louis all up on the chess world.
Is it that Michael Jordan got beat by like some 18, 19-year-old that just showed up to the league, so people can't understand how it could possibly have been done other than him cheating?
Well, I know that is the Michael Jordan. I'm not saying that the other guy can't be like a Kobe or LeBron or anything, but it seems to me that might be a reason why somebody would be,
what's your
doubting.
What's your inkling?
I don't know. I would just like to know who made those accusations and why.
Yeah,
because they have to, like, okay.
And
I hate to bring it back around to the pieces of shit in Houston, but when we made allegations of the Astros cheating, it was because of certain things that we saw. Altuve not wanting to get his shirt opened up, then like certain fucking little things that you're like, wait a minute, dude, this is too obvious. And it turned out it was true. So all I want to know is, because I'm very intrigued, who made the accusations and why? What did they see?
It's very specific.
We should watch the match.
Ooh, we should
to see if there's noises or.
It just seems very specific, right?
Yeah.
I mean, how would you even make? I mean, there's got to be 100 different ways that you can say the kid's cheating, rather than a prostate massager. Yeah. Also, what's a prostate massager?
All right, dude. I'll buy the kid that cheats. I will buy the game show to kill the fucking
the cousin?
Korean guy.
Yeah.
I do not buy, sir, that you don't know what the fuck that is.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a specific thing. I'm saying I get what the anal beads are, but what does a prostate massager look different?
I'm not sure what they look like.
If you have to make one up in your head, how would you
A
describe
prostate
it?
massager. I don't know.
Do you have to insert it?
Yeah, you have to fucking insert it to get to the
Yeah,
prostate.
the prostate, dude.
No, but you can put vibrations on the outside and feel it in your prostate.
Sure. I guess that's
I mean,
like getting a massage with your clothes on, though. You know what I mean?
Is it?
Well, because it's not directly
It's not
massaging
in
the
there.
prostate.
Okay, you guys seem to know.
No,
Where
okay.
the prostate
More
is?
than me.
Sorry, we know about human anatomy,
Yeah.
Chris. All of a sudden, Chris doesn't know where
Yeah,
the fucking prostate
No,
is.
dude, the prostate's inside. I know
I
what you're
get it,
saying,
yeah.
but you know,
So how would your prostate massager look like?
My prostate massager would
I have one.
it would be like it would look like a little fish head, and then it would go.
Oh, ouch!
Yeah.
Like it turns like this.
Or maybe it would just go like this.
Oh, like,
windshield wipers inside.
yeah, yeah. huh?
oh. What
Yours?
about you?
Very thin, I would preferably. And then mine, I guess I wouldn't mind it like a snake motion.
Oh, damn.
And
oh,
then-
shit.
And then like do the snake motion and then still turn. Like
Oh.
it's doing this
God
at
damn,
the
that
same time
seems
doing
intense.
this.
Oh, yours is like the rabbit.
I guess
Hmm.
the rabbit.
Mine would look like a little U like this, right?
Uh-huh.
And then this part goes inside, but it's got a little thing that so it'll look like a finger,
Uh-huh.
right? And then you have a little button that once it's in, it'll inflate inside.
Oh, shit.
And then when you get it to the desired size,
But
Yeah,
like
yeah,
when
yeah.
you unclog your drain
yes,
with the fucking
and it vibrates, and then this one goes on the outside, so it's touching both things, and that's also vibrating.
I think that's a good idea, but I do think that the inflation inside may cause for injury because what I've read.
Well, it's not gonna get huge.
Right.
Even the top, it won't get huge. But all I'm saying is, I don't want to insert a big old fucking fat thing.
I know, but what I'm trying to say is
I
that
see what you're
from
saying.
what I've seen is that there are when you want to go that route.
Mm-hmm.
Correct me if I'm wrong. There's levels to
Right.
get there. So like if a guy wants to start doing booty stuff, he can start with like a small little bead or something like
Yeah,
that.
right.
And then he
But like-
stretches his
like-
asshole out slowly.
Like anal beads, that start off really little and then
like anal beads,
gradually
right?
get bigger.
So that by the time you put the
Mhm.
big one in there,
mm-hmm.
your booty hole's nice and relaxed, and it's all
Yeah,
it's all stretched
it's
out.
already
But if you just if you go in with the little tube,
right.
and then you inflate it, boom! I think you might have some trauma there
Okay.
because you haven't done the practice,
Right,
you haven't exercised the booty.
But I thought about this
Oh, yeah.
in this few seconds.
Yeah.
And when I say inflate, I just mean it goes in
A little bit.
It goes in flat and then just gets a little bit of a dome. It's not gonna fill you in. It'll dome.
You don't want the lowrider airbags type of
No,
fucking show.
exactly. It'll just get a little round at the end, and it'll be a slow, gradual. Because I'll have settings,
Mm-hmm.
so it'll be a slow, gradual thing. It's not like a boom and then it goes
Boom! Right.
yeah,
okay.
like an airbag.
Right.
No, it's slow, and then both things will vibrate like that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So a slow inflation,
A
and you
slow
can stop when it gets too uncomfortable.
Do they sell underwear for guys? I know there's panties for girls that you have the remote, but do they sell some for guys?
where
And if
would
so-
where would you put it?
I don't know. That's why I was asking you.
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
I don't think so either because it
That
would
doesn't
just
It
sound
doesn't
fun.
work, right?
no, because we don't have clits.
Okay.
Well, there you go.
I have a story. Oh God. Okay, so this one I know it shouldn't be funny, but before I get into the article, have you guys ever refused to do something that maybe a lot of people or at least one person's telling you to do, and you're like, you have your reasons why, and you don't want to do it because of something negative that might happen. But
sounds like you every time we talk about anything on the podcast.
But do you have any recollection of that happening? I'd be like, no, I don't want to do that because if I do that, this is going to happen. And then you fight it, and when you do, turns out that you're right.
I'm sure there's a lot of that kind of stuff.
Chris?
Yeah, it sounds like.
Yeah, it sounds like being a fucking like teenager.
Right.
Yeah, man.
All of a sudden you're fucking doing something, you're like, fuck,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you don't want to do it, and then you do it, and you're like,
this is why I didn't want to do this.
Well, that's the story of this man. World's dirtiest man dies at 94 years old, months after taking his first wash. I told you.
No way, dude.
Yeah. So this guy's from Iran.
That is not where I thought you were going with
that.
No.
So, a hermit known as the world's dirtiest man has died at the ripe age of 94, just months after taking his first wash in decades. So, this person, one time, they were gonna take him to the river and wash him.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Where is this guy?
This guy is from Iran, or was from Iran.
Okay.
And he refused to wash because he felt that if he did, he would get sick and die. Right? Now, at one point, I think some of the people in this village had actually got him in the car and were driving him to the river, and he opened the door and jumped out of the fucking car, dude. That's how bad he didn't want to wash.
So it's like some Final Destination shit.
Not at all. He jumped out. The other
No,
one's-
I'm saying because he's like,
dude, he sees himself washing and then just dying.
Yeah,
after.
he had the premonition and saw himself taking a wash and then dying.
Yeah.
And he's like, dude, if I fucking shower, I'm going to fucking die. I'm telling you.
I love how you guys have adopted the term taking a wash, too. Like, we never fucking say that, and you guys are all just, he was gonna take a wash.
It's called getting into character, Daniel.
I've never said, I'm going to give myself a wash.
Yeah, look, they use wash all the time. A few months ago, villagers successfully gave Haji a wash. And
I think it's because when you're that fucking dirty,
you need a wash.
Yeah, you're not
no
showering.
Shower. It's
you're
no
not bathing.
And I don't know.
You need to get washed.
There's the guy.
Oh, wow. Let me see.
Does he look dirty?
He looks dirty as fuck, dude. He looks like he just came out of a muffler.
Dude, yeah, man. He really does, dude. His legs are like black, dude.
Why do you think people give a fuck about how dirty he is? He looks like he lives outside. Looks like he's not.
There's plenty of space, right? It's not even like it's a city. It's a fucking
it's
village.
Like washing
we're gonna wash you,
is
motherfucker.
It's not gonna fix whatever root cause is making him not want to wash.
Well, he doesn't want to wash because he's gonna fucking die.
Right,
and he did. But I know what you mean.
But you know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
Like, I just hate when people like try to treat the fucking symptom and like, well, he's just gonna fucking get dirty again, dude.
They're just trying to
he's a crazy old bastard.
They're putting a Band-Aid over a huge wound.
Right.
And it's like, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you even wasting your time?
Exactly.
Why are you wasting Band-Aids?
Somebody that keeps scratching their ass because they have a dirty asshole, you can clean their asshole, but guess what? They're not gonna keep wiping, right? That's how they just have a dirty asshole.
Right. Something is wrong with them that they're scratching their dirty asshole. So you can fucking put a glove on him or...
Yeah, well, something is wrong with them that they allow themselves to have a dirty asshole. And they're fucking crazy.
Yeah,
right.
So I think that's what you're saying.
It's creepy. It sounds like Freddy Krueger. Like when you guys know about the Freddy Krueger movie, there was a story about people were saying, I think there was 3 back, this was a few years ago when I read this, there was 3 people that said, I can't go to sleep. I'll die. People were like, no, you're fine. And there's 3 cases where people went to sleep and fucking died. And I think that's where the inspiration for the Freddy Krueger movies comes from.
Correct.
Well, didn't you guys tell me it was a real story or some shit?
Yeah,
like
I think
that?
I brought it up last Halloween.
Yeah.
So it's like that, but this guy's like...
there was an article or a story about a guy that kept on saying, I can't go to sleep, just like Chris said. And if I do, I'm going to die. And then Wes Craven got his hands on that or read it and was like, oh, fuck, that's a good idea. And that's how he made that movie.
Yeah.
So now he needs to do the wash version of that.
Yeah.
He's got to do a fucking wash monster. Dude, that's so weird. It's just got to be coincidence, right? He was fucking 94. He was gonna die anyway.
Maybe it was just the fucking trauma of them bringing him down to the fucking river,
much.
and he's just like, no. And he had a heart attack or something like that.
Yeah, maybe he just got fucking super stressed after. I don't know. But do you guys think there's the opposite? Like,
Being too clean?
No. I meant like the opposite if something positive. Because there's always something negative, right? Like, oh, I'm gonna die if I fall asleep. I'm gonna die if I wash.
Mm-hmm.
Or how about like, hey, fuck, if I fall asleep like before 10, I'm gonna win the lottery tomorrow. And then fucking somebody wins the lottery.
Oh, I think people act like that,
but it doesn't work.
But
right?
does it work?
I don't know.
Right, because if the negative exists, then there's a chance that the positive might too, right?
Yes, I think it works because people have like visions and stuff like that, and they're like, I had a feeling that if I went and fucking played these numbers, I was gonna win, and people have feelings like that, or
dreams.
Is that what the secret is?
Oh,
in a way,
I think some people just have visions, and that they can see into different space-time continuums than we can. I think people have some people have certain gifts like that, or dreams and stuff like that. You know, like have you guys ever heard of the people that they call it sleep paralysis, where people complain, or they don't complain, but they talk about this experience where they are in a dream and they're looking down upon themselves above their body, and they're looking down onto
they're
their
like
body.
astral projecting,
and they can't go back into their body,
right.
And they say they hate it because it makes them feel so fucking nervous. But I believe that's a type of
something.
Those type of people that can do that, they have a something. You know what I mean? And that's
you think they're tapping into some.
I think that they're
some third eye.
When they go into the dream world, they're tapping into a different dream world that we are, and they're peeling out from their body, looking down. And if they didn't panic, they could like fucking fly out to the other room and go into these other worlds.
If they can learn how to control it.
Yeah.
They can explore
just like
different things. Yeah.
Guy, the Robert Monroe guy, that book I have inside, he's able to do that. And Amber is someone that's able to do that. She has dreams where she looks down on herself.
She also dreamed that she was Sylvester Stallone one time.
Did she? I don't. Oh yes.
So I don't know.
So when she does it, I'm like, dude, fucking like go explore.
Right. Yeah.
And she's like, I know it sounds like fun.
Yeah.
She's like, but I'm afraid I'm gonna get stuck and I won't be able to get back. So it's a lot more scary.
She couldn't get it. It all comes back down to that.
Yeah.
But when we I don't know if I should say this, but when we did mushrooms together,
yes.
She was the one that, when you think of a mushroom trip, you think of like this out of body experience, and that she was the only one that I felt was having that. She said I was floating above.
She was in Stockton. She went to fucking Stockton.
And I was at my grandma's house.
Me and Chris could barely go to the bathroom.
That's true. But that's how she described her experience. And I was like, oh, fuck, that sounds familiar. I do think that there's people that can see things that others cannot. Like, I think Jasmine's mom is like that. She's told me stories. I was like, I believe her. And I don't think she's not a liar. I believe her. But I go, like, what is it about her that she's experienced these weird things numerous fucking times?
Yeah,
You know, it's like, oh, you probably have something. That
especially kids.
You know,
a lot of times kids have that when they're little. You know, like they can see a lot more. You know, I don't know, spirits or something like that. And then I don't know what happens. You grow out of it, or you know,
you lose it.
You lose it somehow.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Did you ever have any visions, Chris?
Yeah. And it's to this day. I don't want to sound cheesy, so I won't get into it. But I've had dreams about where I've seen us and this podcast in different stages. I'll say that much.
How does it end?
Well, we were performing somewhere.
Did we
with a
or
lot of
did
people,
we not have anal beads in our assholes?
We were not cheating. we were real podcasters.
We weren't okay.
With the anal beads.
Yeah, we weren't cheating with the
AI
anal beads.
wasn't telling us jokes.
Right. We weren't getting fed jokes through it. Yeah. So I've had a lot of dreams like that. I remember I dreamt about my first dog before I got him.
I can't I'm happy about the dog and everything, but this is the first time I've heard about this.
I've told you before. I've told you.
This is the first time I'm remembering.
Right, it's the first time you give a fuck.
Us, yeah.
I got to tell you on the show, otherwise you don't give a fuck what I'm saying.
You're so full of shit, Chris. Tell me more about what happened in the dream. About where we were performing.
You told us in the apartment, right?
Yes.
I remember.
We were performing at a festival, essentially. I don't remember if it was a music festival or a comedy festival, but we were like, I just remember they had a setup. It wasn't just exclusively us, but they had a setup, and then we were doing a live podcast with people around, a lot of people.
I kind of remember that now.
Yeah, see?
Have you had any other ones?
Not since.
Okay, well, at least that's
But that one hasn't happened, so so maybe I'm full of shit. But yeah.
Was it was very, did it feel very real?
Very, yeah. It was very vivid.
Because that's what people say.
I still remember the setup.
Say, like, it was like they were in a real place.
Yeah.
And you might have been in a real place, just on a
different...
plane,
I do remember being 14, 15 and like traveling somewhere. And I remember it was like, felt like this place I'd never seen. It felt like Europe, like kind of like a really nice monument. And then I remember later on, I had never seen the movie. I saw a movie and it was the monument that I had seen in my dreams.
Was it in Spain?
I don't remember. It was actually The Talented Mr. Ripley. There's a scene where there's this building,
Italy,
and it was that building that I traveled to in my dream. The exact same thing.
So it wasn't Spain, Louis?
No, I think he's in Italy, right?
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Why Spain?
Because of your Spanish blood.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was like, maybe it was like, that side of your bloodline,
Oh,
no, but guess what? I believe that on Chris's grandfather's side, there's some Italian.
Oh. Right.
So
maybe that was it.
But also, there's supposedly from my grandma. You guys know I don't have my dad in my life, but from supposedly his mom is Native American. So I don't know. We'll have.
Well, those people have.
Dude,
a lot
we're all fucking mixed, dude.
Yeah. I did a 23andMe or whatever ancestry.
You did?
I did.
What are you, dude?
I don't know. It hasn't came back.
Oh, you recently did it.
Yeah, I recently did it. It takes forever.
We could have all done it.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't think you guys would want to.
We talked about it.
We talked about don't fucking do it.
Right, because we didn't want to give them your DNA.
No, but then we talked about it again. I was like, hey, I was thinking about doing it, and we all do it at the same time.
Ah, shit.
And then you said, well, we already have insurance.
That's right, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, supposedly my grandmother was one of those fortune tellers.
Oh, yeah.
According to my dad, yeah. It's in his book that he wrote.
Like a gypsy?
No, not a gypsy. That's something completely different.
Well, the gypsies tell fortunes.
Is that true, Louis?
Yeah, I
I thought
thought.
they just stole your shit.
Also, I'm ignorant as fuck, dude. But I thought for sure.
Whoa,
gypsies.
what kind of like a tarot card?
I don't know what method she used, but supposedly she could, people came to her from all over and she would,
So you got gypsy's blood.
Look, well, I don't know if it's gypsy blood.
It's a gypsy.
Are there Mexican gypsies?
Oh, it's Mexican.
That's the thing about gypsies. They go anywhere, bro.
Right, they're nomads.
Well, maybe she was a Mexican gypsy.
Oh,
maybe.
There's the title of the show.
Yeah.
You got the baby doll?
I do have the baby doll. So for this week, the baby doll of the week, okay.
Is.
My bad.
It's okay.
All right. Princeton University, actually.
Oh, a whole university.
The whole university. I would never think that any university, yet alone an Ivy League university, would do this. It's removing student loans starting 2023 for any low-income families, low-income being defined as a household that makes less than $100,000 a year. And it's also offering free room and board on top of that. Obviously, you have to get in, right?
So they're going to forgive your loans for active students?
Good question. It doesn't say if it's going to be. I'm assuming that it would also be something for active students. So if you got in, let's say 2021 or even this year, and then maybe the last 2 or 3 years, they'll probably cover that if you're low income. But here's what I was thinking, not to shit on the baby doll.
Yeah,
again.
I'm all ready.
Because
why? Because it's Princeton?
Because it's Princeton, right? And like in our schools, Hispanic neighborhoods and shit, if one kid makes it, they usually have a free ride because they're like, a minority and they have scholarships and that's the only way they can go anyways. And, a lot of, at least in my eyes, I don't know, I might just be talking shit here. There's a lot of rich kids out there that are paying tuition anyways.
Right. Oh,
but I could be wrong. I don't know. It seems like universities like that a lot of the students there come from money, and it's not going to be an issue. And a lot of them get in just because of money. But I don't know if that's true or not.
Right.
I feel like one of the
they
schools
wouldn't qualify for their debt
Right,
to be
but
paid because they make over
$100,000
my
$100,000
point
a year,
exactly.
Right? Yeah.
So for Princeton to do that, it's like
it seems especially good because it's exactly what you said. I think the people that get into those schools have probably tried a little harder, had a bigger struggle to get there, and it probably could really use something like that, right? Rather than
if they're under
the trust fund baby,
I think there's a lot of trust
make
fund
millions,
babies,
you know.
But I guess they don't have to do it, right? But they're doing it anyway. So I thought it was really cool, especially when like fucking friends of mine, like you, my good friend Paul, they were having kids, and then like. You would want them like I can't imagine what kind of debt they would get in.
Well, you hear
by the time they go to fucking
you hear
school.
Even now, right? That's like a huge. I mean, it's always been a thing, but I feel like lately, like it's so astronomical that you around this time you hear a lot about how much it's costing kids to go to school.
Well, come on, and at this point. It
Why
does
is this
not
so
make
expensive?
sense to go to school anymore.
Yeah.
The return on your money is not there because I know lots of people that graduate with their degree and they're $100,000 in debt and they don't have a trait and they're just in debt. So
and
people
they don't make anywhere near $100,000 a year.
They don't. Yeah. They're just trying to claw their way out of debt for the rest of their life.
Then you're just in the hamster wheel.
You're just fucking enslaved by debt.
Yeah.
You know, you're literally $150,000, $200,000 in debt, and they're giving it to kids when they're 18 years old. It's super irresponsible. You know?
They can't do anything else if they want a good education.
And when you're done.
Fuck it. Don't fucking go. There's no fucking way I'm sending my kid to fucking college, dude. Not with that money, unless it's a trade school.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't know if that's true or not, but there's no way I'm gonna. There's no way he's allowed. I'm not co-signing on his $50,000 loan to go to UCLA for his poli-sci degree or some bullshit like that. I'm telling you, man, it's not the fucking way anymore.
For him to get out and work IT.
Yeah, exactly, dude. There's so much more shit you can do in the world now with the fucking internet. Kids, don't go to college. Fucking trust me. It's a stupid fucking move.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what is it?
We didn't. Look at us.
Yeah.
Right here. You know,
not making shit.
Forgetting to put
but we're not fucking enslaved by fucking debt.
We don't know shit.
Yeah, we don't know shit.
That's a good point, dude.
We're free.
Yep.
Elon Musk said it not too long ago, and he was getting a little bit of fucking typical backlash online. But you can say anything and you'll get backlash. But he said that at this point, with the internet and what's out there, you don't need an education. You need to be curious, and if you want to, you can learn about almost anything.
You can learn any skill set. You want to be a video editor? Fucking just learn how to do it on the internet. You want to start a podcast? Fucking learn how to do it on the internet.
Fix your car.
Whatever,
drive boats.
You could learn how to be a motorcycle mechanic by yourself in 2 years. You just watch YouTube.
Yeah.
What is the point? Unless you really want to be like a electrician or a nurse or something with that you need the certificate, I say stay out of college.
Yeah, but again, that's a trade. Being an electrician is a trade.
A trade.
So,
if you need, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
if you're going to a trade
feels
school,
different.
That's one thing.
Yeah.
If you're going to go get your philosophy degree,
you can't go to the philosophy factory.
You
political
can't
science.
Your poli-sci or your fucking
your the Chicano studies.
Your fucking Chicano studies.
Don't get me started on that.
Sociology degree. Yeah. Get the fuck out of my house because I'm not fucking paying for it, man.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is, Princeton.
There it is.
Princeton, thank you.
Don't go there though.
Well, if it's free.
Unless it's free, I guess.
All right, guys, that's it. That's it for episode 174, I believe.
174.
Right? Oh, nice.
Oh, it might be 175, actually.
Don't know.
But don't forget, really important, like and subscribe. And don't forget to share the podcast. And if you guys know anybody that hasn't taken a shower in decades, and then they do, don't give them a call because they might die soon.
Well said, sir. Do you want to try again?
Yeah. Show them this episode.
If you guys know anyone stupid enough to go to college, show them this episode.
If you guys know anybody that I forgot my fucking story and doesn't know what to say either, show them this episode.
I didn't take your story because there was only like 2 stories.
I generally forgot. Oh, if you guys know anybody that's cheated in chess by using anal beads, show them this episode.
Perfect ending.
See ya.